Welcome to Tarot Card Readings for the Rich and Famous, episode number 3. This tarot card reading is for Adam Sandler. Enjoy. Gimbal, get down. He has to be part of the beginning. It's super cute. Alright, let's look into the past for Adam Sandler. And I picked this stone for you. A dyed blue something. Hyacinth? It doesn't really matter. That's the one. Card number 1 is the 8 of Cups. Card number 2 is the Queen of Swords, and card number 3 is the King of Pentacles. To follow up our Queen of Swords, that's you, man. We get the Ace of Swords. Ooh, another sword. Dang, you get an extra. King of Pentacles is followed by the World. And the Queen of Wands is followed by the 7 of Pentacles. This. Now, let me get my date to Bice. Adam Sandler, I've already got a pretty good read on some of this. And so it's telling you to don't grow up. These tarot cards are saying that to me. You are so much funner when you don't grow up. That's what they said. Next, we're going to look at the specific meanings behind each of these cards. We have the 8 of Cups as our starter card for your past. And I'm not seeing any reversals, so this is a good thing. Okay, in the past you had to walk away from some things. There was some disillusionment and you had to leave some things behind. You had to explore your options and you realized that you had to take a step away from some things that were very familiar to you. You've recognized that true happiness was not going to be found where you were. So when you left, there was some lightness in your leaving. For like a bird, your soul is looking for greater, your soul was looking for greater heights for you to travel. Absolutely. Okay, so the Queen of Swords tells us that in your past, let's go to Swords here. Complexity, perceptive, dual source, the universe is talking through and to you, and it talks about clear-mindedness. It's talking about a contemplative character. So to meet you is to be in the presence of one that may appear detached, but everything's hidden underneath your cool, meticulously made exterior. Some might think of you as sort of being sad, but that's not the case at all. You might look vulnerable, but you're actually penetrating the truth with no confusion. So for that would be you. And then to follow that up, we have the Ace of Swords. This one is saying, it's another sword that you had to break through. There is clarity. Your mind is very sharp. It indicates a sharp mental clarity. It was your purpose to seek the truth. Powerful and swift. You used it for noble deeds. You were dealing with destruction, the destruction of the world. And it definitely indicates a breakthrough, a new perspective, a new way of thinking, which was sure to lead to good ends. So, thank you, Adam Sandler. Because that's how I perceived it back then, too. From you. You don't even, know how much I respect and adore you. Okay, so these tarot cards also said that you should write a song for me. Or we should write a song together, because the types of songs you write are the things that I do on my guitar, and we can totally collaborate. Or you could just write one for me. It'd be super cool. In your past, you get get the King of Pentacles because you are a King of Swords. And this talks about abundance, prosperity, and security. So, in your regal and generous presence, and under your care, we all flourished abundantly. And the prosperous things that you were sharing helped us all grow. So, you're naturally responsible and reliable, and you have a lot of wisdom. It's actually saying that you acquired that from practically nothing. So, no offense to you. I don't know what that means. You envisioned your success, though, and that was won with earnest work. Once again, I thank you. So that was you, and it's followed by the action, which is the world. This is a beautiful card. And it's so cool that none of those are in reverse. So this talks about fulfillment, harmony, and completion. So great unity and wholeness. You've done that. You brought us all together. Internally and out in the outer world. And it came from you, a single entity. So it's described as a state of enlightenment or nirvana. So I honestly think that you've pushed lots of people to get to this point where they could just enjoy themselves and be happy. It says that the individual self is profoundly linked with all other things, and that we all dance and sway along the flow of life to one rhythm. So not only do you hear this rhythm, but you participate in it, it says. And how it manifests from person to person, whether it's a calm on a summer's day or a recognition of a lifelong achievement, this varies, but it reminds us of the Sanskrit phrase tat tvam asi. So you are that, Adam Sandler. I'm so glad you got that card right there. He is that. For all of us. So many people that I know. Okay, next we have to describe you, another court card. It's so amazing how many court cards they're getting because they're definitely royalty. You know what I mean, Travis? Definitely. Okay, so the Queen of Wands, actually. So now this one's going to talk about your feminine stuff again. And that's great because they're all masculine and feminine. You had the courage, you had the determination, and we felt your joy. Right? It was a healthy sense of these things based on what was happening in the world at these times. So your passion, it circulated a whirlwind of activity within us. And you took the reins and made sure that the standards that you set were met. You were an efficient leader. It talks about your passion and sincerity. And even though some of the things that you were, throwing out there into the world were a little overbearing, your intentions were pure. So the Seven of Pentacles is what follows for your past as well. Pentacles. I'm going to go down here to 7. Look at that show up. Okay, so thank you for your hard work, your perseverance, and your diligence. I am grateful for that. Everything that you invested and all the hard work that you did, it was resources for us. So it says that at the end of the path, that is the promise of rewards. It was better than you'd hoped for. And what you put in, even though it was difficult for you, it was progress and it was steady. It may have been a little slow in coming over the years, but it still stands. Don't you think? Okay.
For sure.
You are the best. So, like I said in some of my other readings, each and every one of you guys that I picked to do readings on, I think that you're going to be ruling the country, running the world. That's why I picked the people that I picked. I have to pick this top card. I'm not sure what it is, but it's calling me. That's great. That's good for you. This is your present now. And I know that you're raising a lot of, like, a family. And that's so great there. It's warm, heartfelt exchanges with the people that you love. Okay, so we'll do this one. Ooh, some collaboration. Oh my God, it's just like Woody Harrelson and, like, dude, he's got to make more. He's going to do something different. Bill Murray. I did a reading on them. That's the first one of these, and I didn't put it in my series, but they got that card, both of them. And so you are going to collaborate. And just because it was Bill Murray and Woody Harrelson, maybe you should collaborate with them. Heads up, dude. Okay. So in your present moment, it's the Six of Cups. Cups are beautiful. I'm a water sign, and so maybe you're getting that from me. I wanted to tell you that if you decide to go back to school, I'll be your teacher. All right, so it's Gifts of the Heart, a walk down memory lane. Go back to some of the old stuff. It really made us feel good. Kindness, sharing, protection. Two children share a cup inside of a walled Tuscan hill town. Flowers sprout from the cups, implying growth and manifestation in the real world. The figure of an adult man, perhaps a soldier, walks away, implying this is a space of youth. I'm very sorry. I've got some allergy stuff going on. Also, it's not very bright in this room. It's hard to read there. Old situations slip away. This cup exchange between the children reflects gifts of the heart. You have more gifts to give us. That's what it says. You have more gifts to give to us. Okay, so now we have the Three of Cups. We went from the Six of Cups to the Three of Cups. This is joy shared with others, friendship and celebration, the manifestation of love and warm feelings. The cups reflect the sacred triad of creativity and growth. I mean, once again, you're supposed to make more, do more. Maybe you're not thinking that you should be doing more. Well, the tarot cards are saying that you should. Pumpkins and fruits imply growth. This card reminds the reader to share with others. You have an influence over us, and so give us more. This card reminds the reader to share with others. Empowering others increases everyone's happiness, health, and wealth. Ours. We need you. So surround yourself with people who lift you up, though. Keep that in mind. The very last card is the Judgment card. This is such a spiritual card. Each of you guys that I've picked do have a strong spiritual connection. They're working through you. And don't cut them off, because your life purpose is to help and heal and change the world. So I know you've done a lot in your life, but it's not over yet. Judgment tells us about your present moment, and this could be something that's already going on with you or that is about to happen presently, mindfully, because I'm sure that you are also an enlightened being. The X, Judgment. Like, I think of Judgment Day, and that's exactly what's going on in the world. You're the fire that can blow that horn to us, vulnerable individuals. We need to hear from you. It says turning point, wake-up call, no going back, undeniable change, awakening consciousness. So you've been doing that all along. It says evolution has occurred, metamorphosis, possibility beyond your expectations, new reality. The tectonic plates of change shift as the Archangel Michael, I told you, he's got source help, the angels, blows his horn. It is the ultimate wake-up call, signaling your life will never be the same. The husband, wife, and child reflect the masculine, feminine. You're helping all of us, everyone. Look at this. Child self and adult self. You're helping all the different ages. So it is all parts of the soul heeding the call. You're calling us into action. So they emerge from coffins. The allegory of the end of days is apparent when the dead rise. It is the ultimate form of regeneration. Judgment appears to let you know everything inside of you has changed, even if the outside hasn't caught up yet. So you're way the frickin' crap ahead of us. He's way ahead of us, Travis. He always has been. This card said, we need it. Ooh. This is the future. And in light of what we just talked about, this is what's going to happen if you don't do your part. Keep doing your part. You're not done yet. We need you. And I'm pulling this one. See? What did I just say? This is what's going to happen if you don't help us more. These two cards. And that's what I was feeling before I even laid them down. These two over here. So let me put these glasses on and quickly read the end. If you don't take that call, then this is what's going to happen in the world, and you're going to have it on your back. But oh my God, the tarot cards are telling me to you, don't go overboard. Again, whatever that means. I think it's like your first movie. So, number 9 is cruelty. It's the 9 of Swords. This is what happens if you don't do your part. And continue. So there's cruelty, mental anguish, despair, and this is collectively, by the way, hopelessness, worry, suffering, loss, illness, malice, burden, oppression, lying, shame. And this is all going to be influenced by obedience, faithfulness, patience, and unselfishness. So when we're getting these influences, we're not going to be able to take them because nobody's helping us free ourselves from these characteristics. Next, we have debauch. This is not a happy card. It's the 7 of Cups in this deck, this Aleister Crowley deck. And it talks about delusion, illusory success, drug addiction. See, dude, if you don't fucking make more movies, people are going to be drug addicts and losers. And if they're that already, it's saying you could be healing them from those things that are dragging them down. It talks about intoxication, guilt, lying, and deceit, promises unfulfilled, lust, and dissipation of love and friendship. We need you to heal the world from these things that cannot believe that's the world in 2020, but that it is. Even in our hometown, because we're travelers, and when we go back there, it's I never would have even imagined. And it's just because we're not hearing from people like you, because you were really doing more healing than you thought that you were. You're guided, and you have what it takes to share the message of those people don't need to be, I can't relate. I don't do those things, but who they are. It's sad to go back to your hometown and that's the world. Please do more and help save everyone. Again, this is me calling out to you with the tarot cards. I also want to say another message I was getting, and I'm throwing in my little jokes because I mean it, okay? So the universe wants to thank you for sharing the message to drink more water with your movie, Waterboy, The Waterboy. It's awesome. All right, that was helpful. We should all drink more water. So the 3 of Discs matches up here with this 3 of Cups in your present moment. And it's very important for you to pay attention to what this has to say. It's talking about, it says works. It is work endeavors, business, commercial transaction. I had dental work done, so it's not completely finished yet. And so I had a little bit of trouble with like speech. I'm learning my new mouth. Okay, constructive. It says increase of material things, growth, commencement of projects, and it says influenced, selfish, narrow, unrealistic, and greedy. Now, I'm super thrown off here because I never would have thought my reading for Adam Sandler would be a serious reading, and this is the most serious reading that I've done yet. I'm actually being serious. We need you. And if it's not you, find some other people and do what you do and let them share what you share, because we so totally need you. The world's in chaos, and whether or not COVID happened, there was already enough bad things going on, and the things that you were sharing and helping us with were healing us from that. We didn't have to be, I keep saying we, like I'm part of that. They didn't have to be that. I keep thinking of going back to my hometown, and it's not a good, it's what it used to be, like the good place to go. And something about the routes or whatever, it's just a sad, junky place in a world full of what the F, dude. I never would have imagined. Well, right about the time that you stopped making your movies and videos or such, it's that kind of stuff started coming in. So find people to make them for you. If you don't want to be in movies, that's fine. You have a lot of kids and they have a lot of friends. Share what we need to get. Heal them. They don't need to do that stuff. It makes me so sad for their souls. And I'm going to finish off this reading by letting you know. Let me pick this up here. This was what we came up with because it touched our souls back then. This is for you, Adam Sandler. Because you literally changed our lives. Mr. Sandler, what I just said is some of the most insanely idiotic things I've ever said before. At no point in my rambling, incoherent responses was I even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought. Everyone that listened to this reading is now dumber for having listened to it. I award myself no points, and may God have mercy on my soul. Stay grateful, stay thankful, stay blessed. So much love for you, Adam Sandler. Namaste.
Jackass.